is the offensive woes for the Patriots Mac Jones' fault or the coordinator's faults?
Yes. And it has to be both because, sure, Matt Patricia shouldn't be calling plays on offense, and there are a lot of conservative plays trying to run the football. But you're also trying to run the football because Mac Jones isn't very good at throwing the ball downfield. Mac Jones makes some questionable throws, and Mac Jones comes off so limited talent arm-wise, so he hasn't really been able to push the ball down the field. And even when he had Josh McDaniels and he had a really good rookie year, it's just like, could he be better if he had a better coaching staff? Yes, but are there some limitations there? Yeah, there definitely are. And then we've seen Mac Jones get frustrated. He was frustrated in this game, but it's like when you're the problem and you're throwing incompletions, you're throwing interceptions, you can't throw a touchdown. At a certain point, you can't ask to run the football because it's not working. It's like they're running the football because they have to set up play action for you because that's the only way you're really going to be able to perform. So for me, it's a little bit of a give and take here. Mac Jones is never going to be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. You're not going to win a Super Bowl with him. He's not Tom Brady. And Matt Patricia shouldn't be calling plays. This is the flaw with Bill Belichick, is he thinks he's better than everyone. He thinks just because he's the best coach of all time in most people's eyes, he can get it done with Joe Judge and Matt Patricia on his staff, which really a lot of players don't like either of those guys across the league. Joe Judge, not going to criticize him for players liking him. He had his issues in New York, but Matt Patricia, there was some legitimate beef there with the players.
Well, no, I mean, it started with this season with Kendrick Bourne, who I think is the most talented receiver on that team. Like, not playing him because he was late for like a meeting in the like off-season voluntary workouts. Like, what are you doing, man?
Voluntary? We're like, yeah.
Like, dude, give me a break. And then with Mac Jones, it's like, I think Mac Jones is better than how he's playing. I think that if he didn't have a defensive coordinator calling plays, he would be better. Last year with Josh McDaniels, he played pretty good. Yeah. I think last season is more of Mac Jones than this season. This season he's played terrible. And a lot of it is because of the head coaching or the defensive coordinators. And this is where it leads, honestly, the blame goes on Bill Belichick. Because Bill Belichick, who is the GM of the Patriots, didn't get him a weapon. Yes, they drafted a wide receiver in the second round, the wrong one. Shocker. Could have had George Pickens. Imagine how much better that team would be with George Pickens.
Well, what if he was late to a meeting in preseason?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you had all offseason to get an offensive coordinator. There were plenty of offensive coordinators available. There's some in college. There's some sitting on their couches right now watching the games.
Yeah.
And what did you do? Rather than finding a new offensive coordinator who you've never worked with before, you hire Matt Patricia, who was a massive failure in Detroit. Everyone in Detroit hated Matt Patricia for good reason, too. He was an asshole. Nope, brought him back. Brought back Joe Judge, who proved in the NFL that he was not a good coach.
Yeah.
Went for a QB sneak on 3rd and 9 in their own goal line.
Yeah.
But no, those are the guys that are going to run the play and be the future and help your quarterback gain confidence in their second year, a very pivotal year in a young quarterback's career. They, instead of hiring a new offensive coordinator, he brings back the old guys who are failures outside of Bill Belichick. Why? So Bill Belichick can have his ego stroked.